It's Alex and Jennifer, and today we're joined by Lisa Blazik, and we're at the Richmond American Homes Design Center.
We thought it was really important to share with everybody about what really happens at the Design Center. Seems to be a little bit of a mystery sometimes as far as what happens here. So we've got some great questions from some of our followers that they asked, and we're going to walk through them today with Lisa and get some answers.
Fantastic.
Thank you again for your time, Lisa. Now here are the first 5 questions we received from online. Number 1, what are some of the biggest mistakes you see clients make when selecting or preparing for an appointment?
It is definitely key to prepare for your design center appointment. If you're taking a peek at design magazines, Pinterest, and then we are sending out a lookbook of our selections prior to your appointment. So if you look that over, get a good idea of what you want. That is most helpful to be efficient during your time. And then another thing that's very important so that the designer could advise you is to know your budget, be honest with your budget.
And also, speaking with a lender, to know how much you can afford when you come here, right? Knowing well in advance. So, next question, Lisa, how long can a new home buyer expect to be here at the Design Center with you?
We schedule our appointments in 3 to 4 hour time blocks. Depending on the spec level or size of the house, we are scheduling 1 or 2 appointments.
Now, Lisa, in your opinion, what is the biggest value add when purchasing a brand new home?
I think purchasing with Richmond is a big value add. We are one-stop shopping for our clients. We have our own mortgage company, insurance company, this beautiful home gallery. Our motto is, with us, it's personal, and we are set up to personalize your home. We don't do any packages. We have a variety of options here in a variety of price categories to really make your house your home.
Excellent. Now, how long after they make the decision or the selection does a buyer have to make any deposits or change their mind?
We ask that you're ready to finalize when you come to your appointment. Now, if you are doing 2 appointments, would be signing paperwork on the second appointment and taking a deposit at that time. We do take checks, debit cards, we could do wire transfers, whatever ends up being easiest for the client.
Excellent. And what are some of the new colors and styles you're seeing for 2022?
2022, green is the new blue, black is the new white. We're starting to see more natural wood tones, softer color palettes.
Nice. Anything else that's exciting that stands out that people are gravitating towards?
You know, a lot of shapes are becoming more and more popular, and jewelry accents in the home, such as golds or blacks when it comes to pendant lights, fixtures, really set the tone of your new home.
Awesome. Thank you again, Lisa. And
You're
Jennifer's going to
welcome.
finish it up with her questions from you.
Okay, here's a really big question that we've been getting because a lot of our clients are from out of state, and I know that the flooring can be a lot different here, of course, with our desert climate. And I think in like the last few years, there's been some updated types of flooring that's being offered that hasn't been offered before. So every time I'm going into the models with a client, we start talking about the different types of floors. It can get pretty confusing pretty fast. So can you just kind of go through real quickly and just share with us kind of the price points and what's available right now and really what works best for our kind of hot desert climate?
Alrighty, so to answer what works best for our hot desert climate, in all actuality, really is a porcelain tile. We have extreme temperature swings, so when you're looking at a laminate or a vinyl plank or wood, expansion and contraction is something that you have to be aware of.
Okay.
The engineered wood is what we sell here. I definitely would not recommend a solid wood in our climate.
Okay, so this is the tile.
This is a
So
tile.
this again is like, you know, obviously the hardest surface.
Hardest surface.
And it can be kind of cold sometimes, right? If you're getting up in the morning. So is this is the engineered wood?
This is an engineered hardwood.
Okay, so what does that mean, engineered?
So what I mean by engineered instead of, and this board is not great because the sides are colored. A solid hardwood would just be one thick piece of wood. An engineered wood is a wood layer and then MDF board layers that are compressed together.
Okay.
The compressed layers give you a little more stability and holds up better in our hot desert climate.
Right.
But we will still experience expansion and contraction here. One of the biggest mistakes some homeowners may make is, going out of town in the summer, turning off their air conditioner,
right.
and just heating up the floor too much.
Okay. And then what are, okay, so we did the tile wood, which is a great option. This is engineered wood. And then just tell us quickly kind of like what are these two and what are the differences? And then, sorry, my last question is, what is the most expensive here too? I guess I kind of want to know that.
Alrighty. Most expensive with what we have out on the table is going to be the engineered hardwood.
Okay, so this would be the priciest of everything.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, if you were doing marble or some type of stone on the floor, a lot of times that may price higher than an engineered wood, but as far as what we have out here, the wood is definitely the priciest. My entry into the wood look floors is going to be a laminate.
Okay.
Laminates were very popular in the past. We don't sell quite as much of it anymore with the introduction of the vinyl. The vinyl is waterproof, and that's what really draws
very
a lot of buyers to it.
Okay.
Where a laminate is basically a wood look picture on an MDF board.
So this is actually a picture. So I think that's a really amazing.
Picture of wood.
This is actually a picture.
Yep.
Of wood. Well, they did a very nice picture. And then this is
So this is a vinyl plank.
Okay. And this is probably pretty affordable, right?
It is typically a little more expensive than a laminate,
Okay.
but still very affordable. It's probably one of our most popular flooring choices right now. Now, when I say a tile's the most durable,
Right.
With a vinyl, a wood, a laminate, you still have the ability to scratch the floor.
Right,
You want to
right.
be careful with heels.
Especially with pets and things
Pets,
like that. Okay.
walk-off mats, things like that you're gonna want to do to protect your floor that you don't necessarily have to do with the tile. But this is waterproof, so with pets, your dog is a little sloppy with his water and it's laying on the
Definitely
floor,
in my
it's
house.
okay. Mine too.
Okay, no, that's just great because again, we just get a lot of questions about flooring. And again, specifically because we're in Las Vegas, a lot of our clients are coming from out of state and not necessarily familiar with kind of what's best for Vegas. This is a great question, I think, is what are some of the recent trends that you've seen, say, like in the last 4 to 5 years that are kind of starting to fade out a little bit as we get to like some more warmer colors, a little bit, I don't know, it just seems like things are really changing when I'm going into really recent models versus models that, were like from 5 years ago.
I keep thinking espresso cabinets are gonna go away, but they still
are popular.
a place here. And for the last few years, we did a lot with gray tones.
Right.
Gray in the cabinets, gray and whites on your countertops.
Gray paint.
Gray paint, absolutely. But we are starting to see some warmer tones, more natural wood looks, something like this. Taupes are becoming more popular to kind of ease us out of the gray.
Right.
And golds.
Yeah, that's really what's amazing is I've seen recently some really like cool, almost like jewel toned cabinets. So I've seen on HGTV like beautiful navy cabinets. I think we're gonna go take a look at a sage green cabinet.
Absolutely.
And, you know, even changing up the hardware that we've seen, I think we're getting a lot away from that brushed nickel. So let's go check out some of in that other room and show me what's popular right now. So it's amazing, they actually have different colors of different rooms. So this one's the stone, right? So this is kind of like the taupey gray. Okay. And then we're gonna go into this one. We are entering Pebble Beach.
Doesn't that sound lovely?
It does sounds very nice. So tell me a little bit about this display that you did for us, as far as kind of like what kind of the colors are and, you know, what you're seeing.
So this is samples from one of our upcoming models at Monarch Meadow. And they did a wood look floor with a patterned carpet. We did the new sage green cabinets.
It's so pretty. And this is throughout the whole house they did that?
Throughout the whole house.
Wow, okay.
What we are seeing a lot of buyers come in and do with the green and the blue cabinets is maybe we're doing it on an island or in a bathroom, but not necessarily the whole house, although we do see that as well. This model is going to have the green throughout the whole house. And then just a lot of fun with shapes. So one of the secondary bathrooms is going to have this picket shape.
Oh, that's really okay. So this is specifically in the bathrooms here. Okay.
That's going to be bathroom wall tile. Kitchen countertop. Again, we're doing a smaller picket on the backsplash.
And it's going the other direction. Okay.
And then master bathroom, we're gonna do this octagon floor.
Wow, okay.
The shower is gonna have this subway tile that has a shape in and of itself. It's called a wave crest. And then we're gonna do some stripes of the sage green tile.
And this is in their actual shower.
In their actual shower.
That's really pretty.
And then the floor is gonna have the hexagon on the shower floor in a different size.
This is really beautiful, and I'm kind of excited to see some other colors coming back. Another really great question that we get, and actually I have a lot of questions about it, is kind of the difference for countertops, right?
Okay.
I mean, we've always kind of seen granite. Obviously, granite is still the tried and true, but I've seen a lot of other materials. Can you kind of tell us what the differences are and kind of what you might want in your new home if you're looking at some of the options?
Okay, so we do still sell a lot of granite, but quartz has definitely taken over the marketplace. So quartz isn't going to stain like a granite can. You don't need to seal the countertop. You do want to be careful with heat because it is quartz stone with an acrylic polymer filler. But it's non-porous, it's antimicrobial.
And which one would be here?
These are all quartz.
This is all, so this row is all different color.
Different
quartzes,
colors of quartzes, broad patterns to them.
And there's not like granite, like when you see granite, they always say to you, like, of course you can have like some big different changes in the
Absolutely.
granite. Something like this is pretty much...
It's color consistent.
Okay,
so
that's the
you
word I'm looking for.
know
Color
what
consistent.
you're getting.
Okay.
Whereas granite or even quartzite, which is becoming more and more popular, it's a natural stone, it's coming out of a mountain.
So quartzite is natural, quartz
is man-made.
Is man-made. Okay, I totally didn't know that, so I'm glad I'm here. I'm getting some good information.
I'm just gonna grab. So this is one of our more popular quartzites. So
quartzite. Okay, wow, that's really pretty.
Quartzite usually has a much bigger movement to it than a lot of granites do. It
matches your dress.
Oh yes. Some of them resemble some of the quartz countertops a little bit more, but you're exactly right.
Okay.
Somebody might not like a rust spot or where a movement is.
And right, you don't always know what you're getting.
So it's a lot safer and more
To get
color consistent with the
consistent.
quartz,
Okay.
but you know, still so many people love the natural movement of
Right.
a natural stone. This is a marble. We've got granites, and we
What one's- I've definitely
definitely
seen that one before.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a popular one.
white ice. It's been around
Okay.
for a while. One thing we definitely suggest if you are going to do a natural stone is you go to the slab yard and approve the slabs. We don't want
Absolutely. You don't want-
any
you don't want any
surprises.
surprises, absolutely. Okay, so one of our last questions I think is important because it's pretty much wraps up our whole segment here is, I know, what is your best piece of advice for a new home buyer in 2022?
Know your budget.
Okay, that's important.
So we could best advise you. I think with the builder, it's important to make selections that are harder to maybe do yourself later.
Oh, that's a great point.
Cabinets, we're gonna include a standard cabinet, so the bridge between standard cabinet to an upgraded cabinet is a real value when you're doing it with the builder instead of trying to tear out later
Right, that's a
and
big
footing
mess.
the whole bill. Then maybe, you know, you're putting your countertop on, your plumbing fixtures.
Things that you don't want to do later on.
Don't want to do later.
Okay.
You know, if somebody's tight with a budget, I might advise them to do their cabinets, do their countertop, but maybe wait to do your backsplash because you don't have to tear things out
Right,
or
even,
remove.
right, that's a great piece of advice.
In regards to taking things out with a new home, you have a warranty, so
You avoid the warranty,
you're
right?
gonna avoid
Okay.
a warranty, so do what you can with the builder. You know, other things like refrigerators, washers and dryers, we absolutely could sell them, but I would rather see somebody
Go to
put
Home
their
Depot,
money
right.
in to the finishes that are a little harder to do yourself later.
That's great piece of advice, and thank you, because again, I think a lot of people walk into, especially an amazing design center like the one we're in today, and I think it's really easy to get overwhelmed really quickly. So I think kind of coming in here with Lisa and just kind of getting a taste of really what happens behind the scenes when you're picking out everything, I think again it's very exciting, but it can be overwhelming. We'd like to thank everybody for joining us today for this video. Please make sure to subscribe to our channel and like our video.
Gracias por acompañarnos. Esto fue Los Expertos en Casas Nuevas aquí en el Centro de Diseño de Richmond American Homes. Gracias.